It's totally insane. Thank God. Everybody knows, okay, my name's Ronnie. You can call me Ronald. You can call me Ron. I'd love it if you came over and called me honey. As long as it's not for the cash, because I ain't got no money. The story of my life is hilarious. Others would say it's not so funny. But the ending to the time of where I have lost my mind was the beginning of the time I have found my heaven. It's insane. What's going to happen for the next 3 years? It's just insane. The minute I saw that brown dwarf star that ended up at Dwarf, DWARF, a wharf, coming up to the wharf, coming to sit in our sky, embarking on our moon and coming down in a smaller ship from our moon. The numbers of brown dwarf rogue, okay? Brown is a number 52. That's the Mayan number. Everybody knows it's the Mayan number. Even in the count of 25, 625, it's actually 52, 6, 52. And it's not that, because the number in the center, because it's 5 numbers, can go to the left and to the right. So since I read it as 52, we'll go 6 center to 52 and 6 center to 52. 52 would become number 58. Now, number 58 is the word TWO, transfer beta creation omega, 20, 23, and 15, okay, is 58. Okay, 58, 62, 66. Also, okay, this is for number 2. But if you go to the roulette board and you add up all the numbers, 1 to 9, continue on to 36 and go back to 1, the 1 box will now be 58. We've just joined 1 and 2. 1 spirit, it's the number 2 connecting the 1 spirit. She's in between. The 8 is down below, the 2 is up above, she's in between that 1 spirit and you. How does she create the 1 spirit? It's only God that can create the 1 spirit. What she does with the 1 spirit is she takes the 1 spirit of God and puts it into the birth of the fertile land. And you become pregnant from this. And then in the land of the heaven spirit, they have a new oyster shell that comes out with a pearl. I'm not sure how the whole transmission works. It probably takes a lifetime that either you're regrown there or your transformation to take this. Whoosh.
Where have I arrived? Oh, we're in the spaceship now. Oh, I've lost my eyes. Certainly I don't need eyes here. Hey, Dad, what's going on? Yeah, you still playing Gods of the World down below? How long have I been up here?
Well, son, you've just been born.
But, Dad, my dick's 6 inches longer. What went on? Don't you see my skin color? What'd you do?
He says, well, up in heaven, you know, we gave you small little dicks, you know. But when you came back home, we gave you big dicks for your big dick on earth. You know what I'm saying? That's not the reason they have it anyways. Do you know why the colored people have big dicks? This is the circle, okay, of the beta world, okay? But we're going to start with the world that goes before. This and 1 leg. This is how the world is before. This is 1 leg. They insert this into the world, okay? And look, you see the scissors sticking out the end? Sticking out the end of scissors? It's God's leg sticking out of beta. It's the extended spirit. Because the 1 has to go all the way to 9 through 5 on that angle. But it doesn't matter. Either he's an X or he's a square. What's God? He's an X.
No, he's a square. He's on the lily pads. He's a frog.
Why would I say all this? Because 1 and 9 makes 1 part of a 10-10 world. 2 and 8 make another part of a 10-10 world. 3 and 7 make a creation gates, opening of another 10 world. 4 and 6 across east-west connect together. And either they'll run into each other or back into each other. They're 2 going the same way or towards each other, and around they go. You see, it's sort of like man and angel are like this, 1 on each side, and man's right in between. It's right here. And it's guided by these spirit ranks. Well, obviously, the 3rd spirit's right through your heart, and then there's 1 over this way. You goddamn have to be a tic-tac-toe board to get into this world. Did you know that? If you don't know how to play tic-tac-toe, you're out. Yeah, you got to disconnect the diamonds to stay in the game. It's called the world of fate, where the diamond You have once connected because of the goodness and understanding. You have now the understanding, but the hatred, and no longer are you good. And you know willingly you are evil. So therefore your fate is now going to be realmed around you. Everybody surrounds you, whatever you do and go, and from now on until the end of your life, and it will linger. It always lingers with those who should not be with the others they know they should not be with. Point final. Sometimes you have to let them sink a little bit to scare them by themselves, in their own mind, that it's nobody that put them into the quicksand, but now they're sinking and no one's around. Because if you help him, he might pull you in. And if you don't help him, you're a cocksucker, and if he dies, it's your fault. But if no one around, it's still in your mind. You know what the right thing is, regardless of who he is, to pull him out. But in this world, we let him sink. I hate to say it, but I got to pull the bastard out. Like I said, if you want to straighten out this world, I got the best way to straighten it out this world. Anybody who is caught stealing anything to do with money, I'm talking laundering, the stock market, anything like that, they're not allowed to have money ever again. That's it. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're not allowed to have money. You're on welfare, you have to scrub for a job, you cannot make a deal to have money and live above the poverty line. That is your sentence for 20 years. Imagine these rich bankers, they know for 30 years, they're not allowed any help. They're given a 20-year-old car to start off to get a job at $12 an hour. They got an apartment to pay. Obviously, it's subventioned a little bit, but all these bankers got to go to work. This is what they should do. Don't put them in jail. That's not good. Put a handcuff on them. The minute they walk into a place and start getting more than 20 bucks, that bracelet goes off. What a better jail. You don't need to put people in jail. Stop them by putting the bracelet in. They'll have to cut their arm off. And if they cut the bracelet off, you'll find them on GPS. We'll put one on their foot too. Because when the first one goes, they got to do them two at the same time or it's a time bomb. And then we can find them on GPS. Ooh. Is the moon coming in? Do you want to know about the brown dwarf star? What did I forget to tell you? Hold on a second. I'm going to show you something. This is what's happening. This is what's happening, my friends. Okay? This is the brown dwarf star. I drew this a few years ago. This is who's coming in, my friends. Mr. Big Mac is coming in. Okay? He's coming to settle the score. Here's your big father. Here's his name. Aleph. Aleph. Omega. Angel. You think I'm fooling around with you? This was a bullshit. You want to see something really funny? Where's the pumpkin? You see this pumpkin shape? There's a reason for the pumpkin. Because all throughout, behind our head, it's just those strands and strands and strands like inside the pumpkin. That's your source of hair. It keeps growing out. How come it grows so good over there in the back of my head? Do I have an eye in the back of my head that someone's hiding and my hair keeps growing out the back, but it won't grow up the top? You know where I ain't got no more hair? Because my brain needed more light, so they removed it on top because I wouldn't listen. Now I'm starting to listen, so they give me a little bit back. It's also because they need to stay in the shade since my mind is so hot and I'm on fire with these cassettes. The brown dwarf star. I already did a video, but now I'm going to make it short. Should I tell you about the moons first of all? First, let me tell you about the moons. Okay. Then I'm going to get to the brown dwarf star. Number one, okay, Pluto, they say, has 3 moons. They mention one in blue, Charon. C-H-A-R-O-N. Creation, heaven, angel, resident, omega, passage. Also known in English as Ronad She. Ronad She. It's like saying, anyways. There are 3 moons there, okay? Starts with a C. C, 3rd letter, 3 moons, 3rd letter, 3 times 3 is 9. P for Pluto is the 16th letter. 1 and 6 is 7. 3 for Charon, and 3, 7, and 6. Now, if I mention the 2 other moons, you get 8, which is the heaven. Oh my God, CHN. Oh my God, Pluto's an entrance to the heaven. Anyways, they have 5 unnamed moons on Neptune, okay, because when you're born, okay, the 5 of your numbers are known as numbers, but they have no name. It says unnamed. It doesn't say unnumbered. It says unnamed moons. And then, okay, a plus sign in a bracket, and it says plus 30 other moons on Saturn. Of course there's 30 other moons. Don't you know what the moons? They're either train tracks or they're corners in Monopoly. 30 creation, 30 moons. Oh my God. There's 4 months in the year with 30 days. The number 30 days as September, April, June, and November. So April and June are 10, and November is 21, and September is 9, is 30. Wow. That also adds up to 30. Wow, pretty much cool, eh? 30 equals 120. 30 into 120 equals 4 times. Because don't forget, in a deck of cards there are 4 suits. So you've got to figure out which suit goes along with which moon, and which suit must exchange with other suits in order for man still to be created on this earth and use up all the numbers from 0 to 9. Okay? And then again, you can restart with empty spaces. What I like about this part is Saturn has 61 moons. Now, for the longest time, I thought Saturn had 60 moons. I says, okay, Omega is there. 60 plus Omega is 75. Now it says 61. Flip it upside down, it's 19. But it's one spirit of the 6. 6 islands that make the Omega. Excuse me. It's 8, but it's 6 on the upside and 2 on the downside. So you get 7 right there. When you flip it upside down, you get 91. To bring it to a 10-10, you need 91. 91 means spirit. 16 means the one spirit of the 6 islands. And as 61, it's the same thing as 16, which is the letter P. And that means, again, the one spirit of 6. Saturn, S, means spirit angel, turns Uranus. Okay? Means you and you, which means I and I. R, which means angel residence of angel. NUS, passage into one spirit. US, 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 us. Now I'm going to show you something really funny. I'm going to show you something really funny. I just started doing this before, but I noticed it right away. Where, oh, where am I going? Sorry about this. Did I write it in this book here? Oh, yeah, here it is. So this is so funny. This is the checkerboard, okay? After all the stuff is placed, okay, I put letters in every box, okay? I only filled in where the checkers were not. I finished with WXYZ and WXYZ. All that was left over was a letter F on this side and a letter F on this side. 2 keys. Put them together or turn them together creates the 88. Put this one under this one, it becomes EF. Okay? That's what you're left with now. So you have 12 checkers to start with for a 12, but you have 24 spaces as you've singled one out, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, which is the 5 world of the Mayan, okay? Because 2, 1, 2, and you'll see this all over the Mayan Sanskrit, the same design, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And you'll start over here on this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you'll start over here on this one. You go forward and then back, and forward and then back, and then forward and then back. And you keep coming up with the Mayan cycle in here. Anyways, what you end up getting is 4 of 8, 4 of 8, 4 of 8, 4 checkers for 8 spaces. 4 checkers for 8 spaces. Things are overlapped to make the heavens, especially in the corners. 5 in a corner. How much in the corner? 6 in a corner and 5 in a corner. 6 in a corner, 5 in a corner. Isn't that the way the American flag is put? Anyways, to get back to this rogue planet. Oh, no. We're not going there yet. Wow, I did this whole thing on checkers. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't even know how I can explain it. Do you want to hear? Because I can't do it this way. 12 and 12 in the zone, meaning in your 1, 2, 3 levels, you have a total of 12 chips and you have a total of 12 empty spaces. In the center zone, here and here, do not count these letters, they were added after, okay? There's a total of 16 spaces. 1 spirit for the 6 that pass, okay? 8 and 8. When I fill in the letters, there's only 8 and 8. The heaven and the heaven. Because you remember I said don't count the moons? Well, now that there's a birth and we know a name, we fill in 4 and 4. They connect right here. Do you see the X that's paraded right over here? That's hidden between the two. So anyways, we end up with 8 and 12. 12 and 8 is 20. Excuse me. You have 12 over here, okay, and 8. Right, and 8. 12 and 8. No, but 12 and 16, that's what I was doing, is 28. That's how much space you have. This is how much space they have. You have 12 pieces and 12 pieces. That's a total of 80. There's only 64 spots on the board. In between that is the overlap. In between here for the east-west life. 28 and 28 is 56 or 75. It represents the spirit of 76. It also represents the Mediterranean as 56. Added these together is 56. 5 by 6 is 30. 5 plus 6 is 11, spirit, angel, and man. 11 and 30 is 41, and that's the Mediterranean. On the Monopoly, it also is hit again at the 81st roll of the dice in Monopoly. So that is the Mediterranean and the Baltic. I am so dead on. I wish I could just explain it properly. So anyways, at the end, like I said, you have 80 of 64. What is that percentage? Let's cut it in half. It'd be 32 and 40. Okay? It'd be 16 and 20. It would be 8 and 10. 8 and 10. The 10th letter is the J, and the 8th letter is the H, and you have Jupiter heaven. Want to know why it's all about a Jew? About the dwarf star? The numbers of the dwarf star bring out English, rogue, rouge, red, money, brown. These numbers are actually noted as 797, 97.7, Shom FM, Astral Video. This is really, really the numbers, my friends. Creation, sea, heaven, omega, love. Why do we have love when we come to Shom? Because the M, if you split it apart, it looks like Roman numerals 4, 5, and 6. It's not only for that, because the first part of the alphabet is A to the letter M, but if you say it A to M, it also is written as ATOM, atom. And the atom is the atom egg of who we are. What came out of it was us, as dust. You know what I'm saying when they say you're in a freezing hell? Why do you think everything was defrosting? They froze a lot of good people down there. You know what I'm saying? You lose a spirit, you freeze in hell, you don't want to go and get them, right? It's a representation that God doesn't want you in the world. It's not that you'll freeze in hell, but if God doesn't want you in his world, he throws you out. And wherever you go, it's all hell. There's only one place to be, and it's in God's world. You cannot go anywhere. So anyways, let me get back to rogue. Rogue, okay, is R-O or O-R, which means gold. Gold god of you, E-world you, the gold god of you. We are the golden boys, my friends. That's who we are. This is the silver matrix, 85. That's why I say when it's silver matrix 85, I keep saying, my God, we got to be in Jupiter somewhere. Are we down in the middle of Jupiter? Can I hear my echo? Oh, yeah, that's about 2 million kilometers. We must be down in Jupiter. That's how long it took to hear. Anyways. Yeah, so the end of this, did we get to the end? Yes. We had 8 and 10. So then we have 4 and 9. You understand? I broke it down what the 56 was. 64 against 80 tiles used, but only 64. The answer was 4 and 9. And 4 in a letter count is 60. And 9 in a letter count is 42, N-I-N-E, in the letters to the alphabet. Total, 102. Valentine, 102. Blackjack, 102. And blackjack, every 10's a 10. There's only one ace, and that's a good God. So blackjack is the game of the reality of the love, and not the war of everything, because there was only one ace, only one word that counted, and it always counted at the end. And they say you meet your maker at the end. So therefore, the last word that you spoke left upon your spirit upon your departure, as usually they both happen at the same time, was the same face and voice you heard on your arrival. But it may have been a little bit deeper, because this time he's pissed off. Dwarf, 52. Anyways, we got the 49, 4 and 9, okay? Okay, now let me explain it to you. 102, 1 plus the omega plus 2. Watch. 1 plus omega plus 2, because I said 102. Omega value is 15. Plus 1 is 16. Plus 2, 17, and 18. The 18th letter in the alphabet is angel resident. One spirit of the 8th heaven, what comes out of the egg. And that 15, omega, during life was reduced to 1 plus 5 is 6. One letter is A, 5th letter is E. When they came to calling it the 6th letter, it was F. All that was missing was the number in between. That was your face, or the C letter, and that's exactly what it spells. The bubble is broken. If we now add, okay, the, I think it's the rogue. If we add, no, we're going to add the brown to red in letter counts, and we get 99. You don't think Sam is coming? The Almighty Spirit coming on a number 2 boat? It's got to come on a number 2 boat. You know what I mean by a number 2 boat? Into this world. This is the world of 2s, not 1s. He has to come as 2s. I don't know how it works. It's 10, 20, 30. Then you got 40 and 50. They go as a pair. 60 and 70, they go as a pair. So we're going to go back down to 4 and 9 where I started. And 4 and 9, if I bring this to a different count and say, okay, just add 4 and 9. It's 13. The 13th letter in the alphabet is the letter M. The letter M, if you look at it, can be torn apart, have one stick, a V, and one stick, and say 4, 5, and 6 equals 15, omega, omega 10. They've never had that before. Have they? Are we omega 10 or are we omega 4? Who are we? We become one of them. We were 6, so now we have to be the other part. We have to be the angle. We have to be the 4 when we go back. So if there's no omega, I want to know what omega 4 is all about. 4. Another thing about 4, okay, or M, is that if you say, where are you going? From A to Z? Or just say from A to M. Write that down. A-T-O-M. That says Adam. Oh my God, you're right. I must wait till the night when the eve sets in and I eat from the forbidden fruit and I learn the new knowledge by breaking the laws only to get closer to the God to understand his ways. So we're talking about this. We're talking about the brown dwarf. And I riddle and rattle all the way on. And anyways, Rogue says either 66 or Rogue can say as or gold. Okay, gold, O-R, gold, or roe, which means the eggs of the salmon, which are orangey. And they separate as 33 and 33. Then we have the word rouge. And the same thing for that word, when we turn the word around, okay, we have 33 and 33. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 33s in a row. Okay, if we cut it down short, we got 4, 6, 6, 6, 6. This is a mothership coming, my friends. 114 days. 114 days from the day of the eclipse. Took 20 minutes to cross, is that right? Everybody knows what 20 is, right? 20 quarters? Got 20 quarters? It's $5. It's a fin. It's a fish's fin out of the water. It's the 5 man. The 5 and 5 is coming. The ruler of both sides. 5 comes in. That's the way it is. It's the ME coming. It's Mercury. It's me. ME, Middle East, me. He's coming in. The big I is coming in. I swear, I don't know how this works, but you know what? I got shivers because 114 days, pigs pregnancy. Pigs are noted to be the connection down in Asia to the heavens, and they are because of their nose, because of their split hoofs. Comes in twos, you know what I'm saying? Comes in twos. Don't eat the pig. They're sacred. That's why they regenerate. Our bodies are always, cut your body open, you'll see there's animals that eventually will come on out. I mean, I don't know anything about this, but it should work that way. I mean, first it'll spill out in blood, you won't know what it is, but hours later, you know, and then the flies come along to bring it back to life. So where am I going? Yeah, so this thing that's coming in, my friend, is no joke. The pig's pregnancy is 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. Same thing as all the threes I just told you, like 9 threes in a row. That'll fix you up for pi, eh? 9 threes in a row, will that fix you up for pi? The other thing I think I saw about pi, is this it? Is this. First pi runs at 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Then it runs at 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Because there's 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. There's 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. So you got to run them both ways. And then sideways, you got to do it. You got to figure out all the angles, my friend. It's like building something from nothing. You just have to know God made everything from the first of all numbers, from the first of all dots, from the first that anything moved. So wouldn't you think if you take everything apart, you'll get back to where he started from? You make a mistake, you make a little change, but you can't miss. I mean, first of all, if you're breathing and you're believing in yourself, well, you're already here on earth. You know, he don't ask much more of the people, really, that much at all. But anyways, I'll let it be as it is. Raphael 7286. This star, like I said, if she comes, and if it is an egg, it is 21 days. If something comes, there's a chance in 21 days, which is 14 days from now. Oh my God, that's exactly what I told somebody. June 12th, I made that little nod about something. 21 days, let's say June 12th would be that egg that comes. And then 66 days would be another 44 days later, June, July, I don't know, July something, July 5th, 40-something days, 40-something days, the 12th, 18 days from there, 26 June, July 26th, about between July 26th and August 5th, and that would be the cat and the dog pregnancy. And then September 15th would be the era of Rosh Hashanah, or Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, yeah, okay. On that date, wow, they're all specific dates. One of them is on a 7, one is on a 9. The reason I'm saying this is because 97.7 is the 9 is the birth gate, and the 7 is the transfer. 2 transfers are happening from the birth gate. And that planet that just passed over an eclipse, that was the beginning of those births of all these animals. So if you check out births of animals, you'll probably see how the sky is going to change and start showing us what we were supposed to see, that it's been hidden for many years because of the motion of what we were in. I mean, look, we're not really under police law yet. I mean, it's getting close. But you know what I'm saying? It's only so close and so much. You see, I don't know the suffering people. I know when I suffer, but I say to myself, am I actually suffering? Did I cause this by myself? I says, how much you need to eat? $6 a day. I was spending $25, $30, $50 a week for my cats. $50, I can eat a whole week. Oh, I bought a good bread lately. Anyway, the brown dwarf star brings Agent 86 and Agent 99. For some reason, I am the 86. I'm the 86. 72, brown. Red is the same thing. 99. Why does 86 come? Because 86 is two O's together. The two O's are coming together. They come apart, they go together. 8 and O. What was the score? Oh, 8-0. It was 6-0. We're part of 3-0. It's how much overlapping we are, because it doesn't stay perfect. If it stood perfect, then things would distort eventually. So it's constantly moving with the exterior walls of the egg, of the bigger egg. Okay? And 6, everybody knows. 2 worlds. One to the left, one to the right. The one in the center is saying there's 2 worlds. It's also saying I am one in the middle world, and I am the ruler of one spirit in the other world, which is our life. And she rules it 2. But the real Chico is 1, God, but he rules in the 5 spot. But the angle, okay, of the gate, who runs the gate, okay, is the number 4. Runs the 1 spirit and the 7th gate. The number 4 delta runs the 2. 1 spirit and the 7th gate. That's what the 4 does. The ferryman. Okay? The ferryman is 6. But the opposite of the ferryman is the 4. What number was the devil's number? 4. It's not 6. It's the devil of 6 because he is the 4. So to us, it's 6666 because he's very bad. But it's actually 4444. It is the space and our liberty that our mind can travel to give us the actual totality of understanding these numbers. But we're always getting numbers of 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. I mean, it's almost like going to a baseball game and say, so what's the score? I see the pitcher threw 20 pitches. Yeah, the score is 0-0. Oh, pretty good. What inning are we in? He says, we're in the 6th. He says, how's that possible? He goes, 6 by 3 people an inning is 18. Yes, we're 2 outs in the 6th inning. Wow. 6 innings, 18 outs, 2 more to go. He has some balls in his hand with 9 in the field, the pitcher at the plate, and a pitcher at the mound. And luckily, the pitcher at the mound picks up a little bit of sand because he owns the earth, while the guy at the plate spits out spirit. Guy looks at the pitcher looks at the catcher looks at him, points down 2 fingers, 1 up, 7. You said number 7. You see those pitchers? 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. Creation. Stop. Let's go. Well, when God comes in, what do you think? From A to E. From E to A. And 3 others that are out of the way. The biggest one of creation is centered to the 2. This one is your Jupiter. You can stick it right up your rear end. So the question is, how far up Jupiter's rear end do we have to go before we understand how far up we went? Because if everything's like a barrel of monkeys, then we certainly might be inside of Jupiter. Look outside. What does it look like? What can you see now? You see, because there's a shade, and only on certain angles. Well, how come we can't see it? How come we can't touch it? How come we can't break it? Hold on a second. I want to understand something. Has anybody here ever went to the moon? And don't put up your hands because I can't see, okay? Has anybody ever gone to the moon? Neither have I. Has anybody ever taken a wide-angle shot, clear close-up on the moon, where there was shadows that were like tripods sticking out from wherever? I mean, you can almost see the devil's horns. I don't believe that we can go higher up than maybe 750 miles max. How high is 750 miles high? Is that high? Well, that'd be here to Philadelphia. Oh man, imagine putting the turnpike up there. On what angle would we need to turn the turnpike if we need to go up north? Straight up. That'd be a hell of a deal. I would never work in that. That would remind me of, was it The Grinch Who Stole Christmas? Or I'm telling you, don't leave out the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, because what he actually stole, he stole this. What he stole the spirit. Okay, Christmas, Christ, is a number of 77. It's one world, and it's one world. And then they come together to create one world. Okay, it's a total of 21. Okay, a diamond, a diamond, a diamond. 3 diamonds of 7. 7 and the 3 diamonds. What's in between? 4, 5, and 6. You got a straight flush. You got diamonds connected to the soul of your heart. 4, 5, and 6. So I don't even know what I was talking about. I always do that. I hate that. But anyways, this rogue star, is that where I was? Was I talking about diamonds? Was I talking about cards? And let me finish off that story. So anyways, like I said, the 3 and 7 of diamonds, right? Then I said, well, the 4, 5, 6 will have to come out, right? So now you would have the end of a story. The 3 of diamonds. The card is like this. You have one world of 7. You have one world of 7. They come to overlap, create another world of 7. 7, 7, 7. Although the configuration is different because there might be a point in each one, okay, I'm taking a 7, 7, 7. The 3 sevens, 3 of diamonds, and 7 of diamonds. If we're talking about just connecting a spirit. So to connect an omega, 4 and 6, you need the 5. 4, 5, and 6 equals 15. Okay, it fits in between here, and 15 means omega. It's an egg. So in 3 and 7, which is the ends of a 10 world, you have 4, 5, and 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7. Now in Crystal Berg, when he got his final card and he was hoping for the 8 of spades, he got the 8 of diamonds. Wait a second. I need the 8 of diamonds. I got a straight flush. Holy, I've got my cane ready to go. Load me up and ship me off. The master of the pig house has come to town. Suey, suey, the redskins, the pigskins. So now do you understand how it goes? I now have the 8 of diamonds. Well, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can we go a little bit higher? Who am I? I'm the birth of spirit. I am the 9 of diamonds. Inside of me, we are all the 9 of diamonds. But now I got the 9 of diamonds explained. Now that I have spirit and I am connected to the angle, because I have been passed through by Delta, who passed me through the 7th gate, 4 and 6 now connect. I now have the 10 of diamonds. All I am missing is the jack. Where can the jack be? Oh, excuse me. When I am the spirit is given to me at 10, at birth, the octagon, the month of October, I become that jack 11 spirit. Of my mother and my father, the queen of diamonds and the king of diamonds, from my mother and my father, the flesh spirit. And what brings us wholly in together but the one holy spirit of all, the ace of diamonds that poses in the 5 position inside the hearts of man's arteries. We now have a 3 all the way to ace, straight flush. But wait a second, my friends. The ace also goes at the beginning. And the queen being the 12th card, and we are missing 2 more diamonds, we now made face with the ace and deuce to make up the rest of that 12 card straight flush. Well, isn't there 13 cards? There certainly is. There certainly is, but only 12 were being used. Because like I said, 12 out of 13. I'm just a joker in the pack. Coming out here as man 6, trying to play the game as best I can. Oh my God, that rogue planet that's coming in, my friends. Oh my God. 114 days is the longest, 21 days is the shortest, 14 days to go. We are on the 28th today. Oh, it is a flower day for this land. 33, and not only a 33, but a passage of 1. 5 and 1. Today is the 5 and the black 1. The 5 and the black 1. The mother and the father are together. Oh my God. Oh my God. That means if he's together with her, that means he's in his laboratory trying something new in creation, because he only creates with her in this world. He does not create alone. I hold my staff, for the future time comes, for I see for within the first time. Wow, it is coming in the time of the age. I am just 50. All my life I never thought anything like this can separate me from the rest of the world, but slowly I seem to be disappearing. Where is my face? Where did my face go? All of a sudden you see a body, but you do not see a face. How can I talk and live like this without a face? Can I peek to see if I have come back to the world of the other side? Have I come back to the world of the other side? Will my face reappear? We shall end this as MrTacpans has taken trail as the missus of, and you shall see the time.